My name's Fydess Khundi. I work as a lecturer at the Department of Agriculture and Applied Economics. That is under Lilongwe University of Agriculture and Natural Resources, which is one of the public universities in Malawi.
My name is Aklilu Zeleke. I am a professor of mathematics with joint appointment at the Lyman Briggs College of Science and the Department of Statistics and Probability here at MSU.
It's actually the COIL program which brought us to work together, and it has been wonderful. So basically, I selected a few students whom I engaged for the program. I think there were 7 of them. Mostly it was to do with their research undergraduate projects to write their undergraduate thesis as partial fulfillment for their bachelor's in agriculture and also development economics, the 2 programs which I mentioned, which we are currently offering under our department.
The course we designed was, from my perspective, a research methods course for health science students, primarily introducing them to basic methods in epidemiology and biostatistics. It was a summer course, 7-week long. It was unfortunately offered as an online asynchronous course. But despite all these challenges, at the end of the semester, the success was very tremendous.
During the course, since we were doing it jointly with Prof. Aklilu, so what we did was to allow engagement to share experiences. My student and a student from Michigan, they had engagement on their own. We just shared, I think there was an online Google document which I think was shared to express their background. Each student could write his or her personal background, and they were shared with their counterparts from Michigan students, and they were able to do the interaction.
They interacted on their own, to our surprise. I mean, they did it really extremely well. They interacted with their international partners on a regular basis, learned from each other, and we asked them to write 2 papers at the end to reflect about their experiences, and it showed that they learned a lot from these interactions.
Our academic calendars were slightly different. In fact, the time when the Michigan student counterparts were engaging with our student were writing their end of semester 1 exams. So you can imagine they were like in the end of semester examination mode, and they even if they participated, but I think they were under pressure also attending to their end of semester exams. But all in all, I think they gave the best they could.
I anticipated our 2 classes to collaborate on a weekly basis more actively. I wanted our students and the students from Malawi to have a joint Zoom meetings and share experiences. I wanted them to write a joint project paper as part of the course outcome. However, right from the first week, it was clear to me that this will not be possible due to multiple factors. So we have to quickly adapt and change the strategy to make it happen, to let the students take the ownership and design how they want to communicate. They took it seriously and took ownership and made it happen. They reach out through various mediums, social media, phone communications, I guess, and other communication means to interact with their Malawian students and learn as much as they could about their culture, their educational system, their economic system, and everything they could learn from Malawi. So that's the thing that we changed, the course implementation. And in hindsight, I think it is for the better. I think instead of us telling them do this, do that, the students really took ownership, and it showed how mature they are. And if they're given opportunity, they can actually produce something really, fantastic.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that we let them take the ownership.
For my student, the obvious comment time was short. It was a great experience. They wished it would have been also complemented with a physical exchange, actually. but nevertheless, they learned also from their counterparts.
The one comment that stood out to me, and I still remember it, is that I think two or three students mentioned how appreciative they were of the experience, of the COIL experience, and they recommended that every course that's taught at Lyman Briggs should have a COIL component. I mean, this for me is really the icing on the cake, you know. They appreciated the international collaboration, the exchange, and not only they appreciated the experience, but they recommended to every other course that any Lyman Briggs students takes to have some sort of a COIL component. I think that says it all.